Since there has clearly been a significant decline in price over the previous few days, we will be discussing the current price action of XRP, as well as the state of the cryptocurrency market in this video. I want to speak about how low we can go before things truly become terrible and whether it has caused any long-term harm to the XRP price chart. In this video, I also want to discuss a really fascinating subject. Why hasn't Circle released the USDC stablecoin on the XRP ledger yet? I think you guys are going to really enjoy my explanation about why this hasn't happened, so let me talk about it. I want to briefly discuss the price action at the beginning of this video. I believe a lot of people are over-analyzing things since I see a lot of people discussing this topic at the moment. Guys, as you can see from the chart on the screen, XRP has made several attempts in the last several months to break out of the symmetrical triangle. As of right now, it has nearly always been rejected, fallen back into the symmetrical triangle, and is still trending sideways. The price activity we are seeing here won't matter much in the long run, in my opinion. XRP is now holding out for its major catalyst. It is waiting for the right opportunity to shine. However, the short-term volatility we observe is merely noise. XRP has seen exponential growth in its fundamentals over the last few years. An increasing number of organizations are using the XRP ledger to develop practical products. After Ripple defeated the SEC in court and received a formal declaration that XRP is not a security, the XRP ledger is currently experiencing some of the most significant developments to date. These two developments, together with the impending DeFi that will lock up hundreds of millions or even billions of XRP, represent significant enhancements to the foundations of XRP. However, the price of XRP hasn't kept up with these exponential gains in the fundamentals over this time frame. This is what's going to happen, guys. This is comparable to all other major tech companies and innovations that have occurred in the last 10 to 15 years. People need some time to completely comprehend the work that goes on behind the scenes. However, the asset's price catches up to the fundamentals once they recognize this. Currently, JPEGs and meme currencies are the main focus of store attention, guys. However, that will eventually change significantly. People will eventually come to understand how cheap XRP is in this market. It's one of the few blockchains that is genuinely moving forward with its transformation into a new set of financial system rails. I guess we're watching noise right now, guys. Until it doesn't, XRP will keep trading inside this symmetrical triangle. However, I don't think anything really matters until it doesn't. Before I truly start to worry, the lowest XRP that can go is probably in the low 40 cents to 46 cents level. Guys, I feel like not much has actually transpired until then. XRP will eventually return to its basic values. I'm positive about it. It just needs some time, and the further we go through this, the nearer that moment of breakthrough. But now, I want to move on to a really fascinating subject that's currently gaining a lot of traction in the XRP community. And for that reason, Circle hasn't released their stablecoin in USDC on the XRP ledger. Panos inquired at Circle via email saying, "Hey, why haven't you actually issued USDC on the XRP ledger?" They also stated that they have not yet had those discussions with Ripple. This response is pretty corporate, I must say. I'm not sure how much of this is true, but it raises an interesting query, doesn't it? Has Ripple made a mistake recently? Is there more to Ripple's decision to disregard the USDC stablecoin, or has it just come to that conclusion? Since we have no idea whether what Circle is saying is accurate, it raises an interesting question, don't you think? Should this be the case, then why didn't Ripple get in touch with Circle to add USDC to the XRP ledger? To be clear, Circle may issue USDC on the XRP ledger without the assistance of Ripple. They are simply capable of doing it. That is the issue with blockchain systems that are decentralized, correct? Everything is up to you. No authorization from Ripple is required. However, this is what they said. For whatever reason, we shall thus proceed in light of this. Why does Ripple still not want USDC to be listed on the XRP ledger? Why have they not collaborated with Circle to accomplish this? It boils down to a basic difference in strategy, in my opinion. As far as we know, Ripple collaborates with numerous financial institutions across the globe, each of which has a unique pool of capital. Bank of America will seek to hold onto its enormous deposit quantities in Bank of America coinage. JP Morgan will wish to hold on to its enormous deposits in JP Morgan coins. The Federal Reserve and the Bank of Japan are just two examples of the big organizations and nations that have significant asset pools that they wish to tokenize without taking on counterparty risk. The counterparty risk is USDC. You are depending on Circle, the firm, to handle those funds. If you are the Bank of Japan, you would prefer not to see the USDC stablecoin adopted nationwide, as that would put you at the mercy of the corporation Circle. It's an exclusive business. To base your entire economy on that level of counterparty risk would be extremely risky. Compared to Circle, Ripple is using a fundamentally different approach. Hey, we know you won't want to use a private organization-controlled asset, so why don't you just issue your own deposits on the XRP ledger? Is what Ripple is proposing to the Bank of Japan. With our assistance, you will be able to produce a stable coin from the Bank of Japan that your constituents can all use. In this manner, you may maintain your financial stability without depending on a third party. You don't have to rely on someone else to carry out the actions and put the policies into effect that you desire. You are valuable. You are in charge of it. There is a fundamental distinction between Circle's and Ripple's perspectives on this ecosystem. Circle anticipates that everyone on the planet will put their trust in them, utilize their stable currencies, enact any laws that Circle deems appropriate, and hope that those laws also apply to their desires. Yet given the design of the financial system of the future, I don't think that's actually a workable approach. The regulations governing the Bank of America's stablecoin will differ from those governing a random bank in South America, and vice versa in all countries and establishments worldwide. Each of them will have distinct requirements for their stablecoin, and they will all want to set its own value. This is a key distinction in Ripple's approach to value. This is a key distinction in Ripple's approach to adding deposits to the blockchain. Circle wants everyone to utilize their particular USDC product, whereas Ripple wants to collaborate with institutions to allow them to issue their own deposits on these many decentralized finance networks. Sincerely, this is the only sensible explanation I could think of for why Ripple wouldn't have been in touch with Circle to add USDC stablecoin to the XRP ledger. It will be a far bigger value driver than a native token from a private company if Ripple already knows that there are enormous amounts of deposits coming from various financial institutions that surpass the market caps of Circle and USDC combined, and they already have these plans in place with major institutions. What is known is that Ripple has a stablecoin approach, but they will not reveal it, as Brad Garlinghouse explicitly stated a few months ago. Does Ripple believe that they essentially have Circle and Checkmate and don't want to provide USDC with any more potential inflows than what they already know will be produced within their own system? Is this what I just discussed regarding Ripple's stablecoin strategy? I'm not sure, but this seems like the most sensible course of action Ripple could take to get around the USDC stablecoin. Ripple is aware that large organizations throughout the world seek to control and define their own worth. They realize you can't implement monetary policy on the deposits of a private corporation. Hence, no significant jurisdiction will embrace the USDC stable. It's not logical at all. Private enterprises possess unrestricted authority, and a sovereign state will never cede its sovereignty to a private enterprise. What Ripple is doing is collaborating with governments, big organizations, and nations to create their own systems that function as a localized version of USDC. Folks, this is how I envision the future developing, and if Ripple is indeed using this tactic, I believe they will emerge victorious. As previously mentioned, Brad Garlinghouse claims that although his organization has a stable coin strategy, they will not reveal it. Finally, I just want to quickly bring up the fact that, as I just demonstrated to you, things are changing far more quickly than most people realize. We discovered that the Federal Reserve is already developing a CBDC in the background. The author of this is Team Emma. It is possible that countries are further along than we realize in the retail sector in creating tokenized deposits and CBDCs. If Ripple is the driving force behind these developments, assisting major institutions and nations in creating these CBDCs on the XRP ledger, and if these partnerships are in place and there are plans in motion, then these nations will not require Circle or the USDC stablecoin, as Ripple will serve as the technology provider to bring all the funds and value to the XRP ledger in a tokenized manner. It's all conjecture, guys. But this is my theory, and what I hope happens, because it would greatly increase the value of XRP